and that just makes things in the hobo camp so much better. Hello, welcome to WayPoint Survival. Today, I'm going to show you how to make your very own handy can handle. Stay tuned. Some time ago, I showed you these really cool handles that they made for soda cans and regular cans for canned food to place on it and to make a very quick handle, something that a hobo could definitely carry, and if you can get a hold of one, definitely something you should carry. They came in different configurations. You have this one, then you have one that was made by Jiffy, and let's see if I can get you that right there up close. You can see there's Jiffy, and then this one is Handy. And then they also made one, a little fancier script there, the Handy Handle Company, and it's configured a little differently, and it has a church key opener on top. And so that's pretty handy, right? No pun intended. But it was a really great idea, and I don't know why they don't make these anymore, but these are as rare as hen's teeth these days. I happen to be blessed with someone who watches my channel, said they had several of them. They would send them to me for a small price. I bought them, and I just think it's a great idea. However, I've had a lot of people contact me and say, I would love to get one of those. I can't find one anywhere. So it's been in my mind for a while to show you how to make your very own. Let's get to that right now. First thing you're going to need is to get a hold of a can. This had fruit in it, and unlike a lot of the cans that you see today, because it has fruit in it, this actually is lined with tin. And so that makes it food safe and something that you might want to look for. It had a fruit cocktail in it. It's an older can. It's been around for a little while, but you can still find them like this. Now, something else that's important is this actually has this lip. So many of the cans are pressed today and they have a more rounded bottom. So you need to find a can that has an actual lip around it and that'll have that top and bottom. Now this was a pop top, but I went ahead and used a safety can opener on it so that there's no sharp edges. And so when you're drinking or pouring out of it, it tends to gather in that lip and it might drip, not pour quite right, and also you can't quite get all the liquid out of it. So this puts a nice, smooth, safe rim on there for you to drink and use for other cooking purposes. So how this handy handle works, it clips on the bottom right here. It's got these hooks. It's on like this, and then to the top, and you have to stretch it out a little bit, and it's pretty stiff like that, so that it grips onto both the top and bottom rim, doesn't rattle, and it's pretty secure. So if you can find these, you should buy them. I don't think they'll be horribly expensive. eBay, Etsy perhaps. But again, something that I think it just makes it really super handy. And again, no pun intended, but easy to carry. To make this project, you're going to need a few materials. First of all, we just have a small roll of this galvanized strapping material. Now, obviously, you know anything about galvanization, you don't want to get the fumes from this on you or your food, but since it's just a handle, it's really not quite so critical. So we can use this. This also comes in copper, and you can also get this in untreated steel. Any hardware store, probably Home Depot or Lowe's, I know you can order this online in different lengths and widths. You're also going to need a pair of needle nose pliers, some sort of snips, and something to measure with. Just a flexible stainless steel ruler. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut off a length of this, which for me in the imperial system is 6 7/8 inches, but if you're in the metric system, it's going to be 175 millimeters roughly. So all we're going to do is measure this off, and see about how long we need it to be. And we're going to use the heavy snips to cut this to length. And try to cut these as straight as you can. You're going to end up with a piece that looks like this. You might want to work it a little bit, try to get any of the bends out of it. Next, we take the needle nose pliers and we start here at the end, trying to keep it as straight as possible. And we put our first bend in it, like this. And again, try to keep this straight if you can. Might take a little bit of work to get it the first time. And you want it to look something like that. So pretty sharp, headed back the other direction, just like that. Now, I'm going to come down here and we're going to put a bend in it this way, just like this. It's going to come around like that. Next, we're going to just use some finger strength here and we're going to bend it this way. This is putting our first part of our handle in. So we're just going to bend up like that. And you want to come up about 3 or 4 fingers. Again, this is going to depend on the size of your hand. And you're going to start bending it forward like this. But before we get too far with this, we need to bend this top. So again, the very same way, just get a good grip on it and come on over, trying to keep it as straight as you can. You might want to crimp that down so that it looks a lot like that. And once we get that bend in like this, then come back from the top and do this to it. Give it a little bit of a bend there. So this is what it looks like. Now, once you get this to where you want it, don't be afraid to bend it and make it fit your hand, to fit the can exactly like you want it. We're going to put this on the bottom like so. And you can see if you've got this right, it's going to have some tension on it. It should be below the lip, so you have to put just a little bit of pressure on it to get it over the top, like that. And that's going to hold pretty good. Now, because this is made from strapping material, after you put it on and take it off a few times, it's going to get bent out, it's going to be longer than you want it, and it's not going to fit the can right. So don't hesitate, just kind of put some more bends in it, just do it quick, and then you'll be back below the edge again, and you can just squeeze it up a little bit, and your handle is workable one more time. So here's our handy handle that we just made, and we've got some coffee on the fire. Now, if you want to see how I made this coffee pot here with a nice bail handle and a hook on the bottom so you can pour it, I've got that in a video, and I'll make sure and put a link for you. Let's have some coffee. All right, we got to be careful because this is hot. Use the old handkerchief, and notice that it's got a nice little wire ring here in the back. There we go. Nice cup of black Hobo coffee. And that just makes things in the Hobo camp so much better, having a handy handle on your coffee cup. Got to be careful though, that rim is warm. Well folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Just a cool little project, something fun to make, take out into the woods with you wherever you go. Again, something cheap, something you can use repurposed items for. I imagine you could even use some of that metal strapping that they use to tie down cargo for something similar. But any thin, flat piece of metal that you can easily bend with a pair of needle nose pliers would work. And the good news is I got enough of that strapping material, I can make dozens of these if I want. This is James Bender for WayPoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. While you're down there, you'll find our WayPoint Survival digital class link. This is where you can sign up to train in the top 20 skills that we think are the most important from our Phase 1 Survival and Bushcraft class. You'll also find our WayPointSurvival.com link where you can sign up to take in-person classes at our beautiful training facility here in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.